Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
A down year for Shane Beamer and the Gamecocks, but they have Lenora Sellers back, and they made some noise in the transfer portal. Fans are expecting a resurgent Gamecock squad stepping onto the field at Williams-Brice Stadium this season. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Texas A&M's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So South Carolina's offense that has the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping. We'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell, QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Trying to run, it's Owens.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Play fake, Reed. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Throwing, Reed. Finds his back in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Into the end zone for 6. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Throwing Sellers. Gets rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's got him.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun on third down, Reed. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And here comes the punt team. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sellers on the play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. Here's Sellers to throw. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try.
Got a little grass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today, and they block it. He's taking it the other way. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you got to get penetration right away on these punt blocks. They get penetration, get in the backfield, get right in the punter's lap, get their hands on it, and then guess what? Now it's a live football. They scoop it up. They take it all the way back to the house.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the point after is good. You don't see this all the time, but when you do, it is such a momentum swing to block, punt, scoop, and score for a touchdown. What a job by the special teams. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The run inside. It's Owens. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Texas A&M going quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. In the gun, third down, Reed. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Sellers makes the grab. It's Hunt. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll run it on the counter. Here's a little room there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Running inside, it's Owens. Pushed his way ahead, really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Texas A&M going up tempo. On third down, they're in the gun, it's Reed. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Owens. Got room at the 35. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Run in the red zone. It's Owens. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle. Here's Reed to throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Snags it, and there's running room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Throwing, Sellers. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's McAllister. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They start the season in the top 10, ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Got a man. It's Harbor. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Tuggle. Fights off a defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Got a man, it's Bennett. Could not make his way to the corner. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Hauls it in. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Gets away. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Reed. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Riley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air. It's Reed. Bringing the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Riley. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The run inside. It's Morrow. There's some room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Quarterback Keith makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They want to run this quarterback. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Sellers. It's complete on the right side. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Sellers. The short hands, it's Hunt. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Huskers looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Reads it, fires complete. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Reed makes the grab, and he's dragged down. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Keeps it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Running inside. It's McAllister. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Snagged on the outside. It's Harbor. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Unloads quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Throwing, Sellers. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Clark. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. They go play action with Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Edwards. Across the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Craver. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, a really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the next...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and you just see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Running inside, it's Clark. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll be 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They'll run it. It's McAllister. Might have a chance. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Sellers to throw. Has it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Touchdown Gamecocks. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Reed. Finds his man. It's Horton. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Reed. Complete. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Reed on the play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. The score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here's Reed to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. The option look. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down? Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Fires left. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Caught behind the line. It's Tuggle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Finding some room. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll line up to go for 2. Reed. They've got the screen set up. He's into the end zone again. A little icing on the cake with a 2-point conversion after the long touchdown run.
South Carolina, 34. Texas A&M, 18.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Bennett. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Pulls it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Maybe a crease. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Rides to back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Play action with Reed. The sure hands, it's Edwards. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside, it's Edwards. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Texas A&M going up tempo. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Heaves it on the run. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the first down, and they'll get it back. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Sellers, under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Edwards. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. Past the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. On the draw, it's McAllister. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Reed. With the catch, it's Morrill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's Reed. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Turning on the Jets. He's at the touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect him. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.